also want to pull up what's happening with Swiggy and Eternal, because Swiggy and Eternal already under heat yesterday after this announcement of Rapido's food foray, and the Swiggy stock just about flat, Eternal still about 0.75% down or thereabouts. But let's get that story in detail for you. Agni joining us. Now, Agni, last evening you talked about how Rapido is going to go into this space. But what's going to be the game changer is how they are set up to compete against the two players right now. Yes, Agni.
Right. So earlier we had brought to you how a different model for commissions from restaurants and Rapido is set to be concretized. Now we have talked in detail about how restaurants are going to benefit from this platform and why this is going to be a disruptor. But you, Tamanna, as a consumer of something that Rapido is bringing new to the table, a new food delivery app. So how are you poised to benefit from this? Now there's a new food delivery app that Rapido has confirmed over an email statement to us, and the current test is being piloted for food delivery through this separate app in Bengaluru. Now, going ahead, we also know that Rapido has said that it will leverage its captain network to assess potential for this delivery service. So it does not need to go all in with the intense capital required for such businesses. Next, you can see that Rapido has said that this platform will be a zero commission model, which is again benefiting restaurants, but boils down to how consumers are likely to pay. And there will be only a fixed delivery charge. Now, moving on, you can see that customers will be paying only for their food packaging, will not be paying for their food packaging separately. Today, if you try to order on Swiggy, Zomato food packaging anywhere between 50 to 100 rupees. Prices of dishes will be same in dine-in as they are on the food delivery platform. So if something costs 200 in the restaurant, it will cost 200 on the Rapido platform. Now here is a table, and let me break it down more clearly for you. So if you order a McChicken meal from McDonald's in our office here, the cost of the McChicken meal in restaurant is 199 rupees across. But on the delivery platform, you see that both Swiggy and Zomato listed at 315 rupees price point. But on Rapido's new platform, technically it will be only 199 rupees. There will be a delivery cost that Swiggy and Zomato charge if you are not part of their privilege programs. So 78 rupees delivery cost on Swiggy, Zomato 35 rupees, and Rapido will be 25 rupees because the order value is below 400 rupees. This is again what we had brought to you earlier. Now packaging cost, remember Rapido has said there will be no packaging cost, but both Swiggy and Zomato will charge nearly 30 rupees packaging cost, which goes to the restaurant. Now, platform fee, again, Swiggy on the higher end of the spectrum, 12 rupees for the platform. Zomato charges 10 rupees and 0 rupees for Rapido. Now, lastly, GST as applicable. So there are two different types of GST. Restaurant for food, GST is 5%, and anywhere for using platform services, it's 18%. So add that through the variables and you get a 17 rupees GST for Swiggy, 13 rupees GST for Zomato, but 10 rupees GST for Rapido's new proposed delivery app. So as you can see, the bottom line boils down to one burger, a drink and fries, 450 rupees if you order through Swiggy, 400 rupees if you order through Zomato, but only 230 rupees if you order through Rapido's new platform. So as a consumer, this is what you stand to benefit, and this is how this will disrupt the space.
This is fabulous work. Thank you so much for that, Agni. And yes, it is certainly something. This is, in some ways, right, food for thought for Zomato and Swiggy. I must say, I mean, at some point of time, we'll also try and figure out what a vegetarian burger will cost, since I can't order the McChicken one.
It will still be cheaper. I don't think there will be a massive discount or a differential.
But this is tremendous, Tamanna. Talk of disruption in that space. They were comfortable. They were getting all the gains. Now, as Agni is saying, this might actually disrupt this.
But you know, the other question on this, and this is where Mahima comes in with her next report, and we're doing a very comprehensive job of explaining the story to you and how big this threat actually is what is the war chest that Rapido has? Because, you know, you're taking some very well-funded players on. So how big of a threat is Rapido? Can they get into that cash burn game? Mahima is joining with those details.
Right. So, I just explain as to how fundraising has happened so far for Rapido. So far, in 12 rounds, roughly they've raised 4,800 odd crores. Recently, the company raised 250 crores, where Process bought in 2.9% stake for the company. The largest fundraise was of Westbridge Capital, which did give around 1,720 odd crores to Rapido. And in terms of Swiggy, they also have a significant holding in Rapido. They hold roughly they've also invested roughly 1,300 odd crores in Rapido, and TVS also has invested roughly 1,400 odd crores in Rapido. Now, in terms of where valuations stand for Rapido, that stands at around $1.1 billion as of September 2024, where the last fundraising was done. In terms of financials for FY24, revenue stood at around 695 crore, but the company is sitting on a loss of 370 odd crores, and cash balance stood at 240 crores, post which they've done roughly fundraising of 1,900 odd crores, and they have a cash burn every year, cash burn ratio of around 400 odd crores. So, estimated balance sheet in terms of cash flow right now stands at around 1,500 odd crores, which is still significantly lower than that of something like a Zomato and Swiggy. But what makes them different is that Rapido came in where Uber and Ola were also there. Same strategy they're adopting now with Eternal and Swiggy, because when Ola and Uber were charging commission from drivers, Rapido came in and they said that they will pay the drivers a fixed subscription. The drivers will pay a fixed commission based fee, and that is exactly what they're doing with Eternal and Swiggy. So it's interesting because they're implementing the exact same model from what they did in terms of Ola and Uber to Swiggy and Eternal. And to conclude, this disruption will take place in terms of implementing the same strategy what they adopted earlier, plus no commission from restaurants, flat fee will be charged, and customers will get food at the same price, plus of course the GST cost. And this might have an overall impact on Zomato and Swiggy in terms of their contribution and contribution margins as well, because they will eventually have to lower their commission. So this is the overall view as to how this could play out entirely.